Hi, kitty cats. For years, we have been told that transgender women aren't real women. I have a significant echo going on. Sorry, folks, I'll get this figured out. All right, here we go. For years, we've been told that transgender women aren't real women because we can't do what real women do, like give birth or nurse a child after birth. But it turns out that transgender women can lactate and nurse children. This isn't a surprise to like a molecular biologist such as myself because we know pretty dang well there's only one human genome. There is not male biochemistry and female biochemistry, and if you change the dominant hormone in the human body, it can do wonderful things. Just look at me, I suppose. My guest today, Miss Margie Fancy Pants, has personal experience with all of this therapy, and she is here to discuss it with us today. So after we have this awesome scientific topic about how transgender women can lactate, and then I'd love to see what happens in the cosmic wheel sisterhood. Are we going to win the election to lead the coven? The world may never know. Actually, the world's going to know because we're going to get there. All right, so this is my opening plugs here. I do want to say hi to a few people. We've got Margie, obviously, since she's going to be a guest. Hi, Angela. Good to see you. And Thistle. So glad to see you. I don't know if anybody has heard the news, but Thistle is out of the hospital, feeling good. Well, hopefully you're feeling good. And she's here today, and I'm glad to see that, Thistle. So happy that you've gone through everything. So it's good to see you. I also have Matt. Look at this. Hi, Matt. Believe it or not, you're actually here on time. Well, you know. All right, so I'm Dr. Amethyst Herrick. I am both an author and a podcaster who discusses identity and gender from a scientific standpoint, from a molecular biologist's sort of standpoint. You can find more information about me and the work that I do at my website that's right down there, purplepocland.com. On that website, you can find social media links to where I am. You can read my articles. You can view the podcast that I do. If you'd like to support this work, and I have no reason to believe you wouldn't, you can get a subscription on the website for as little as $5 a month. You can also sign up just for my free email newsletter so that you can keep aware of what I'm up to. If you have your own original works on gender or identity, I'd love to publish them. So again, you can email me through that email or through that website, purplepocland.com at the contact page. Oh my gosh, I feel like I've suddenly turned into like Wink Martindale or something. That's not really the announcer though. Whoever the announcer was crazy. So, all right, I'm gonna bring my guest on. Margie, all ready? I got a thumbs up. Okay, here we go. It's gonna be a great topic. Hello, Miss Margie Fancy Pants. How are you doing?
Why, hello. Hi, Amethyst Herrick. How you doing? Or should I say
great.
Amethyst Herrick Paul?
Amethyst Herrick pause, much closer to the truth. All right, so today, oh dang, I never put the link. I was going to put the link to the academic journal article you sent me. Meant to put that in the show notes. So folks, I'll do that at some point. But let's start off. I'm just curious. So Margie, you've actually done this protocol, right?
Yes, when I was at the start of my transition,
Okay.
actually, as a bit of background, my partner was 4 months pregnant when my egg cracked, and our baby was born. In fact, I birthed him with my own hands 2 days before I started estradiol.
Oh wow. Okay.
And so yeah, so while we can't give birth, we can certainly help. We can birth.
For sure. For sure.
And so I did that along with our doula,
Nice.
and it was a wonderful experience. Now, at
Yeah.
first, when I was contemplating the transition after my egg cracked, I was thinking I would take it pretty easy because I didn't really see a reason to rush. And then I thought, oh, maybe I can breastfeed my baby.
Okay.
And that was a reason to rush.
All right.
So when the time came, basically I talked to my doctor, said, look, I want to slam on the gas here, get going as quickly as possible,
Sure.
and induce lactation. Now I'd been tipped off to the Goldfarb protocol by a little breastfeeding boutique that was like 2 blocks away from where I lived.
Okay.
It was weird. It was like I was living in the best possible place for a trans woman who wanted to breastfeed her baby,
It's pretty
because not only
perfect.
was there this cute little store called Melon et Clementine, which is like basically, whether you have melons or mandarin oranges,
So, okay.
they will they've got something for you to breastfeed. But they told me about the Goldfarb protocol there,
All right.
and when I was researching it, I was absolutely stunned to find out that the mailing address for the Canadian Breastfeeding Council, who are the article that I pointed you to, which was founded by Dr. Goldfarb in 2002,
Yeah.
was basically at the midpoint between where I lived and where my partner Quinn lived.
Oh,
It was in the same neighborhood that I was in, and in
oh,
fact,
dang.
the clinic itself, the Goldfarb Clinic, was located in the Jewish General Hospital where my baby was born.
Oh, amazing. So,
So
how did
yeah, it
you
was
go ahead?
it
No,
was
go ahead.
actually Dr. Goldfarb's clinic that was established in
Yeah,
2002 when she was adopting a baby, and she created she was an endocrinologist, and she created the protocol to induce lactation for herself,
I see.
and then she published that protocol and guinea pigged it on herself,
Wow.
and it's gone forth ever since. And then
Yeah.
sometime after that, there were two published cases in the medical literature of trans women who have used the same protocol in
Okay.
order to induce lactation. And I myself have spoken with at least a dozen trans women who have either used this medical route or have just used manual stimulation
Okay.
and techniques like that to induce it with the help of the normal transition hormones.
Yeah. So this was, I mean, just to make sure we all understand too. So this was developed by a cisgender woman to
Yes.
induce lactation in herself. All right. So I mean, typically lactation occurs because you've given birth and the body goes, "Oh, I should probably do something." But presumably that after giving birth, the hormone profile changes in any assigned female at birth type person. Is that right?
Yes,
Because I'm looking at this
absolutely.
protocol.
I mean, if you look at the if you take a look at the graph for estradiol levels, which in internationally it's in picomoles per liter.
Okay.
It's about 300 to 700. It's 100 to 200 picograms per mil
Okay.
is the W path range for feminization. You get
I see.
monotherapy around 100 picograms per mil, higher than that, so between, say, 800 and 1,000 picomoles per liter.
Okay.
A cis woman in pregnancy gets up to levels like 20 or 30,000
Yeah.
picomoles per liter. They're
Yeah.
insanely high.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
then when the delivery happens, those levels crash like a rock.
I see. Okay.
And at the same time, their body has been producing prolactin. And so the prolactin levels stay high, but the estradiol and progesterone levels drop like a rock, and that
Okay.
is the endocrinological signal for lactation to begin.
I see. So when you actually, let me just ask the question too. Did you? I mean, I would when the child was born, when your kid was born,
Mhm.
were you unsure if the birth mother would be unable to nurse them
Well,
or
we were quite sure that she would in fact be able to,
okay,
and she did, and in fact she still is.
okay,
It was the purpose of me lactating was not to provide primary nutrition for the baby, but
okay.
rather to have a route for emotional connection with them.
Oh, oh, come on.
Because
Oh,
because they were not my first child. I had
yeah.
other kids who were actually all grown adults by then, and every time watching them with their mothers nursing, I really, really,
Sure.
really wanted to do that. and it just I had kind of resigned myself to never having that experience, and so with this last baby, realizing that it might actually happen
Right.
was a bolt out of the blue. It was
I
absolutely
bet.
incredible. I was not expecting to make a significant fraction of this baby's nutritional
Sure.
intake, and it really didn't matter to me if I did, because I was expecting that it would be just fine, and it was. Um, and So basically, I knew it was also, however, going to be a real kind of Hail Mary long shot to be able to do this
Sure.
at all, because the published cases in the literature are both trans women in their like early 30s with
Okay.
10 or level 5 breasts,
Sure.
and so they and I was 20 years older than that with
Sure.
10 or stage 1 breasts.
Sure. Can you
so
can
so so I was basically, I was just putting the pedal to the metal as
yeah.
much as I
Yeah.
possibly could in order to see if we could pull it off.
Right.
And so in that sense, I was extremely glad that I was connected with the actual Goldfarb clinic,
Right.
because I never met Dr. Lenore Goldfarb.
Oh,
I
okay.
actually wound up taking the name Lenore as my middle name in honor of Dr.
Oh,
Goldfarb.
okay, that's great. First, I mean, I want to know more about, well, actually, let me first of all say hi to Rosie, who just joined. Hi, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
I also want to, like, I want to, there's a couple of things I want to follow up on. First of all, I'm just going to say how amazing the idea that you wanted to do just an emotional bonding. Like, that's really, because like with our kids, I was like, oh, please stay away from me. I mean, there's a lot of broken parts in there, obviously. But the point was, it was 14 years ago, long before I ever considered transition, or started anyway. So I think that's beautiful. I think that's just, deserves a heart, if nothing else. That was really
Oh.
so I mean, so you found this protocol I mean, apparently online, or because this was 20,
Well, yeah,
go
I was
ahead.
tipped off. I was tipped off to it by the wonderful women at this
Okay.
breastfeeding boutique in my
Okay.
neighborhood. They're like literally like 2 blocks away from my home
Yeah.
was this
Yeah.
place,
Okay.
and so I just dropped in one day and talked about what was going on, what I
Wow.
wanted to do, and they were totally supportive and really good. And we talked a long time about it, and they wrote down the Goldfarb Protocol
Okay.
and the Canadian Breastfeeding Foundation and all that stuff. And then I was doing the research for it and found out that it was in fact right there. And I
Yeah.
got a referral to the clinic through my transition
I
uh,
see.
doctor,
Yeah.
who also set me up with an endocrinologist, and I saw about 4 or 5 different practitioners at the Goldfarb clinic. So I had like
Okay.
five or six,
Yeah. People.
like serious medical professionals helping me out with this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and of course, it was the whole element of informed consent was a major part of
Sure.
this, because
Of
this is very,
course.
it was,
Yeah.
anytime I asked any of them, do you think this has a chance? They would all say, we don't know. No one's tried it.
Right. You also,
So yeah.
so
Now,
one other thing.
one thing that I'll note is that with this informed consent, that an aspect that was disappointing for me was that they really didn't tell me much about the risks of
Okay.
it, and it
But
turns out
before
that
you,
the yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
before you talk much about that, because I do want to, let me actually follow up on something else first.
okay.
I want to do a disclaimer at some point too, before we before we talk a whole lot about risks or the actual protocol.
Hmm.
One of the other things you mentioned was Tanner stage, the Tanner stages, basically.
Yes.
Can you give like at least a little bit of background on that? What the Tanner stages are,
Sure.
if you want
Uh,
to.
yeah, no problem. The Tanner scales are descriptions of different stages in human development through puberty.
Yeah.
And it's stage 1 through 5, where stage 1 is undeveloped, like
Okay.
prepubescent, and then stage 2 in terms of feminization, or female puberty. Stage 2 is the creation of the breast bud. Stage 3 is the mound coming up. Stage 4
Okay.
has kind of conical. Conical areolae, and then stage 5, the areolae flatten out, and
Okay.
the nipples around. You've got the full shape. So with lactation, you want to be in stage 4 or 5,
Okay.
ideally. I was in stage 1 at the start of it,
Sure. Sure.
so it was. I was just like, we'll see if we can do this. Just
Yeah. I'm
taking a wild shot at it.
right. I mean, you may as well, but all right, let me read a couple of comments first while we see that Anita got here. So hi, Anita. We also have okay. So Thistle brings up. Actually, hang on. Before we talk at all about any hormone type stuff, I do want to make a disclaimer. Of course, I'm not an endocrinologist. Margie, you're not an endocrinologist as well. None of this is actual like medical advice, nor should it be taken as medical advice. There's no warranty on any of this information. What else should we say? Is that
Your
is that
mileage
sufficient?
will vary.
There you go. Perfect. So, as you know, just we are not experts in this. Margie has gone through this. I have gone through some hormone therapy, and so here we are. So now let me look at this. So Thistle says she was making herself lactate by doing things that caused her body to release. Oh, I can show it, can't I?
Mhm.
Caused her body to release a lot of prolactin. I'm going to go ahead and pop up the next one here, just because I got to tell you that was pretty funny. Stuff with the prostate. So I had no idea that
That
would
was
release
not
a
a
ton of
route that I was
prolactin.
aware
But
of.
there you go. So thank you, Thistle. That was not a
Well, I guess it kind of makes sense because prolactin is a pretty common hormonal signal for cancer,
oh,
including
okay.
prostate cancer.
Okay, okay.
So there is a kind of tumor that's called a prolactinoma
Okay.
that
I got to tell you, I
pumps
didn't
out
know.
crazy amounts of prolactin.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bit of a skeleton key of a hormone. Does a lot of different
Yeah.
things.
Oh, fascinating. One last thing I want to pop up. This is just so Thistle says her doctor says nobody's actually put taken the progesterone pill rectally, but I don't know how many
Boofing is
people.
a thing.
I was
It
gonna
is
say, like I've heard
it
this.
is probably the most common way that trans femmes dose it.
Yeah,
And this
for
is
what?
for two reasons. Well, actually, it boils down to whether it's liver processed or not. If you
I see.
swallow it, then it gets liver processed,
Yeah.
which reduces the amount of effective progesterone and also creates a sedative product
Yes.
on the side, which is why
Absolutely.
actually I myself have most often swallowed it,
Yeah.
because I've had difficulty sleeping, and it's just a magnificent way to fall asleep.
Yeah. For sure.
Uh,
Do you know that
So,
stopped for me?
Thistle's experience is apparently the opposite. That she
Yeah.
couldn't sleep with the progesterone. Your
Right.
mileage
Right.
will vary.
I'm just curious, and I'm just throwing this out here. If doing something in that general area helped her sleep instead, not necessarily the progesterone, but just doing something in that general area.
Hmm.
I don't know. It started off with a big sedative effect for me, and then that kind of went away. And so now I can take it like in the morning, if I forget, I'll take it in the morning. I'm like, I get no more sedative effect. I'm not sure if I'm bummed by that or not, but there you go.
Yeah, I've noticed that the sedative effect is dropping down for me too. I'm noticing less of
Oh,
that.
okay.
Fortunately, I'm also a bit less, uh, incredibly stressed and having difficulty sleeping, so it's a bit less of an issue. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, there are also like when you boof it. The technique matters. If it's pushed in a little bit too far, then we'll hit the hormone will be picked up by the third branch of the vein there rather than one of
I
the
see.
first two, and that third branch gets liver processed, and at that point you
Oh,
may as well just have swallowed it.
yeah, right, right.
So it's also a matter of technique. If you really want to avoid the liver processing, you need to get a 1 to 3 centimeters in and la di da di da. But
I see. And it turns out actually,
there's the technique.
and it turns out actually, look, it Anita even brings that up. You have to place it exactly in a
Mhm.
rather narrow range. I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
another.
about that
Yeah,
range of about an inch, less than an inch. Yeah.
yeah. Oh gosh, you're using freedom units. Thank you for all of us,
Hey, there you
metric
go.
challenged people out
I can
here.
even
So
I can even speak in Fahrenheit or Rankine if you must. But
no, not Fahrenheit. Let me do a quick station identification thing, and then let's actually talk about some of the protocol, like how it actually occurs.
you bet.
So let me see. So here's the station identification. So I'm Dr. Amethyst Herrick. I'm here with Miss Margie Fancy Pants, and we're talking about the Goldfarb hormone protocol to induce lactation, even in transgender women. So here we go. So let's talk about this. You had mentioned that there was part of the protocol that you didn't like. So I'm gonna
Hmm.
I'm gonna, like I said, I'll put this in the show notes, everybody. But what we're looking at here is you're looking at active birth control pills for a while, and then which I suppose is just pumping up estradiol blood concentration. Is that
Probably
correct?
estradiol and progesterone with that.
No, sure, probably progesterone.
Because like I think the birth control pills they're referring to would have also had progesterone in them.
Yeah, almost
Um,
certainly.
but so yeah, essentially what you need to do is you need to have the progesterone going in. I was prescribed 200 milligrams a day, and then you need to ramp up the blood estradiol levels up to around 1,000 1,200 picomoles per liter,
Okay,
or that would be around uh,
it's like
300
400.
350 picograms
Yeah,
per milliliter, something like that. Yeah.
yeah,
And then what you need to do is when you're ready for so you've got you've got those hormones. Then you ramp up the drug, which is called domperidone,
yeah,
and just to head off the inevitable question, no, domperidone does not come in bottles like this.
yeah. No, good point. That's Dom Perignon. Yeah, good.
That's a different thing.
Very
Um,
different.
so you've built up over the course of let's say a month beforehand, you've built up this level of domperidone intake, and then when you're ready to induce lactation, you add in a few herbal things. There's fenugreek and
That's fascinating.
another one that's slipping my
Oh
mind right
yeah.
now. But
So
like mother's milk tea.
yeah, blessed thistle herb is what it's called.
That's it.
So
Yeah,
thistle, look,
and thistle. Yeah, blessed thistle. There
blessed
we've got
thistle.
blessed thistle in our
Yeah.
audience.
So a question here too. So so I'm looking at the Wikipedia page for domperidone, and if you find it on Wikipedia, it's probably true. Right. So I think we can already say that. We did already give like a disclaimer. Neither of us is an endocrinologist here. The What I'm looking at for domperidone, because again, I'm not a endocrinologist, is that it is a side effect to elevate prolactin levels, which is kind of
That's right.
fascinating. It's actually used for
It's
nausea
actually
and
for,
vomiting.
yeah, for it's an antiemetic and it helps with bowel
Yeah.
motility, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's an off-label use of it in the first place.
sure.
Now, I don't know if it mentioned it in the Wikipedia article, but there are some significant side effects to it. First of all, one of its side effect actions is that it is an antipsychotic. And
I did not
so,
see
if you
that.
stop taking domperidone abruptly, it has a very high risk of inducing psychotic
I would
breaks.
imagine. So it is a dopamine
And
antagonist for what it's worth. So dopamine antagonist would be a neurochemical effect that, yeah, you probably don't want to screw with that too quickly, or you don't want to drop that
yeah,
too quickly. So good point.
when I was stopping it, they told me not to drop it any faster than one pill. It's 10 milligrams per day per week. So I was at
Okay.
60 milligrams. It took me a month and a half to taper that
Okay.
down.
Sure.
Um,
That was actually, let me wait on that question. So you would
okay,
start. So you were taking the domperidone.
another major risk is that there could be cardiac damage from it.
I saw that. Yeah, there was
When I was getting up into the higher levels, I had to get EKGs taken. It was at the 60 milligram level and at the 80 milligram level. At
okay.
60, the specific thing that they are looking for is called QT elongation. So there's a
Okay.
period in the heartbeat cycle called the QT
I
interval,
see.
and if that gets longer, then we've got a problem.
Yeah.
So in my case, at 60 milligrams, it was tolerated. When I went up to 80, things just went
Less so.
completely sideways. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
really weird blood pressure. My diastolic pressure went super high,
Okay.
um, and uh, I think the EKG itself was okay, but yeah, there was things going on in my head, and my heart just went completely flaky, and so we just dropped it back to 60 and
Okay.
stayed there.
Yeah. But
Um,
it didn't turn into like an arrhythmia. I mean, you're
no,
talking
it
about
was.
a okay, interesting.
And another thing was that the clinic told me when I'd been taking it for 11 months or 10 months, I guess. The doctor said to me, "Oh, you're still doing this? We never let mothers take it for more than 6 months
Oh, oops.
because there's risk of permanent cardiac damage."
Of course, like you do. So thanks a lot
So
for
I now with that advice coming from the Goldfarb Clinic, imagine how surprised I was with Goldfarb's own advice saying that like 18 months on this is no problem.
oh, okay.
And
Well,
that was and in her advice she says, yeah, start it at 4 10 milligram pills a day, so 40 milligrams,
okay.
and then
Yeah.
after a month and a half or something I go up to 80. And
Yeah.
I was just like that because this, I mean, your mileage will
But
vary,
well, and
and I've talked with a number of trans women where going up to 80 or even 120 was no problem.
well, we
But
know. Go
this is the
ahead.
one transition drug that I have taken that actually scared me. So I would like to say that anyone listening to this who's considering it, have expert guidance,
Of
because this
course.
domperidone is not a drug to be trifled with.
Yeah. Agreed. I want to let me show a couple of comments. So Angela says when she first started 35 years ago, all that happened was her psychiatrist told her GP what drugs to give her. That's fascinating that the psychiatrist did that. That
Hmm.
Angela, you didn't have like an actual endocrinologist. I got to tell you, that's a little like that's frightening to me. I mean, and the thing is too, because 35 years ago we still had 30, minimum of 30 years worth of WPATH. I mean, minimum
Hmm.
of like actual organized, clinical evidence on this, and that's kind of crazy
And
that there was
back in
nobody
those
willing to do
days,
it.
the pills were in fact red because they were Premarin.
Oh,
They're Premarin pills, which are red
right.
tablets, and
Yeah,
that's why the Matrix has the red pill,
the red pill.
because
Oh, that's lovely.
it's a wink to Premarin.
Yeah, that's fun. Let me see. So we got a couple of people over on the other side. I see Connie joined, so hi Connie, and Sports Fan 102. I mean, apparently there are 101 others, which is kind of interesting. So so you had estradiol, you were taking domperidone,
It,
and it's funny to me. So you right. So you did all this. So the rest of this protocol. So now 5 months before the baby is due. So what's fascinating is that apparently this protocol is set up for like the non-pregnant person, I assume, right?
yes, that's
Because
right.
it starts 6 months before birth. I can't. I mean, I was going to say I can't believe it takes that long. I guess I can because it is, the body which doesn't go quickly. But did you spend a full 6 months doing
Oh
going
yeah,
through all this?
I started taking domperidone, I think, at the beginning of May,
Okay.
and my first attempt at actually inducing lactation was on the 7th of December.
Okay. So about 7 months
So
in. Okay.
six,
Crazy.
7 months
6 and a half months in.
to
Yeah.
try it. Now, I should mention that the results for me in terms of milk production was absolute bupkis. Never made a speck of milk,
Okay. That was going to be
which
my
is
next question. Okay.
yeah. However, on the 7th of December, as I was, or on the 6th of December, as I was taking my baby from the Goldfarb Clinic home, first we stopped at the site in Montreal where there had been a mass shooting of women
Oh.
engineering students on that day.
Okay.
Was the anniversary date of that. So we went
Yeah.
and we observed that. And I was on the bus going home when I looked at Instagram and saw that Libs of TikTok had posted about me.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
And
there you
the
go.
comments were, there was, in that one post, there was about 1,000 death threats
Oh my
against
God.
me.
Well, sure, libs of TikTok. I mean, let's not go. So,
Yeah. And now, actually, one thing that I noticed is that a friend of mine, a cis gay man, had jumped in the fray and was fighting them on my behalf.
oh, well, that was kind of him. I mean, that's
And
good.
that was, I mean, it was,
Yeah,
but part of the reason for their rage is that I'm a survivor of AIDS. I've got, my
sure.
beautiful ribbon here, and so I am HIV positive, and so of course, as soon as I think of this, the first thing that I check into is this a transmission risk for the baby?
Oh, yeah, right, right,
Now,
right. Thank you. I was going to ask.
in the end, of course, it wasn't because I didn't make any milk, but um, I looked into it, and while the odds of transmission from a HIV positive person with an undetectable viral load to another person sexually is zero. It has, in
Okay.
fact, never happened. Um, the odds of transmission from a mother to a baby through breastfeeding was listed at 1%.
Okay. So, pretty low.
But what does that mean?
Though it probably means they had
Like
like one
how much?
person. It
Like that's
happened, but
well, actually, I mean, I went to my doctor and said, okay, what does this
yeah.
mean? Because, um, uh, so she looked into it and she found out some interesting facts. First of all, the
Okay.
research that went into this was in a place where they had a lot of HIV positive people. In fact, specifically, it
Oh,
was
okay.
sub-Saharan Africa.
Oh, okay.
And so also there's it I think it's safe to guess that the availability of antiretrovirals there
Was
is much
probably
weaker
not
than in
high.
North
Yes,
America.
of course.
Probably
Yes.
the sensitivity of the tests that they're using for viral loads is not as good. Here
Possibly, yeah.
In North America, 20 years ago, they could detect down to 50 copies per mil, but now it's more like 10.
Okay.
So that meant that since the transmission level for the sexual transmission point is about 200, so in 2005 there was a 4-to-1 margin, and now it's like 20-to-1.
Yeah.
But if they had less sophisticated viral load testing there, then there could be
Right.
more virus present. Plus, when you're feeding a baby, you have a very much larger quantity of fluid being transferred.
Of course.
And so that is, I mean, so we have the key issue. Is this for primary nutrition for the baby, for the sole nutritional support of the baby, or is it just a tiny amount for emotional connection?
Yeah. Yeah.
Given that, I mean, given that even if I had produced milk, I'd be delivering such a tiny amount that it would bump it down by several orders of magnitude
Right.
into essentially no risk at all. But of course, fascists aren't concerned with the nuances of science,
Well, come on.
and so these people were absolutely blasting me,
Yeah.
screaming about me
I
endangering this
see.
baby, and saying
Gotcha.
things like, where did this person get this baby? It's like, well, in fact, from my partner's birth canal with these hands.
Yeah. And just to bring it up once again, of course, neither of
Mm-hmm.
us is an endocrinologist, nor has
We are
either
not
of us
medical
done
doctors.
this
We just
research. Right. So, I agree with you statistically, as far as statistics go, I'm sure that the chances are very low.
Yeah. Well, my doctor at the time, my primary care physician, wasn't. I mean, she was my HIV specialist,
Yeah.
and she is an epidemiologist. She was very busy during
Okay.
COVID, and
Yeah.
last year she personally rewrote the Canadian testing standards
Oh,
for
okay.
HIV.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
she is very much an expert in
Hmm.
this, and she was also really interested in looking into this question herself.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to pop up a comment just because it's funny. Because Bohol always has. Fascists primarily look at picture books. Very true. Very
uh,
true. They're clearly not reading the Bible. Let's just say that. Just throwing that shit out there. I want to follow up too because I'm looking at this here. So there's a lot of hormone therapy 4 months before. So then we get to 6 weeks before. So here we go. 2 weeks. It looks like 6 weeks before you're supposed to start pumping.
yes,
Right. So
pumping is an important part of it,
sure.
and it's the mechanical stimulation of the breast is a great part of it. And that basically is, was probably a great deal of what Thistle was doing, because playing with your breasts is fun.
It could be sure.
And a number of trans women that I've talked to have reported producing at least small amounts of milk just from
Yes.
manual stimulation.
Yeah.
Then also with the if you're actually determined to produce milk, then what you need to do is pump like 4 times a day for about 15 minutes. And
Right.
it hurt,
Yeah.
like with breast buds, especially because they were, I mean, my breasts were never particularly sensitive, my nipples are never particularly sensitive, but yeah, it was not fun.
Oh, with buds, yeah, I can imagine it'd be awful. It would be awful. But I will say this. So I'm looking at the protocol here. So they're
Hmm.
saying pump 5 to 7 minutes on the low to medium setting, and then you, as it's put, massage, stroke, and shake, and then pump again for 5 to 7 minutes. So you're looking at on the order of 15 minutes of pumping, and it says it's suggested to pump every 3 hours. So yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably looking at
See,
maybe as many as 6 times a day, which is pretty significant.
yeah,
So,
I would set an alarm to wake me up twice during the night,
oh my
because
gosh, okay.
because as they say in that material, that prolactin is naturally elevated at night, and so
Oh, I
that's the
see.
most
Okay.
productive. So I would pump before I went to sleep, and then again at like 3 in the morning, and again at like
Yeah.
6 in the morning,
Oh gosh. Oh
and
boy.
So, I did experience a little bit of the authentic, sleepless mummy effect.
Right. And it's actually brought up. I mean, they say that I mean, first of all, it attempts to mimic what happens after a normal pregnancy and birth, which,
Hmm.
would include waking up a bajillion times well, a few times during the night.
Every
So
few
that's,
hours, yeah.
yeah. So, all right. So at the end of the day, we're looking at, I guess I'm unsure what the point of the blessed thistle and fenugreek do for you. Do you have any idea
The
what that plops into?
well, actually, there's another one. It's oatmeal.
Yes, I saw that. Oatmeal
That
too. You
that
should eat oatmeal.
Yeah, or oat milk or stuff as like oats are just absolutely fantastic for breast milk production. I think it's more in the
Oh,
matter
okay.
of supplying raw ingredients
Oh,
rather than
interesting. Okay.
structural changes because
Sure.
yeah, the oats are fantastic for producing the various proteins and fats in milk.
Sure.
Um, the fenugreek and blessed thistle um, are I don't know precisely what their biochemical role is, but for example,
Sure.
if you buy mother's milk tea, that has fairly
Oh,
significant
fenugreek. Okay.
quantities of fenugreek and blessed thistle
Yeah.
in that too, and that actually was my primary means of consuming those. I went through about a dozen boxes of mother's milk tea. I got a little bit tired of it, to be
Sure.
honest.
I can believe that. But so actually, hang on. We're 40 minutes in. Let me do the station identification one more time. So I am Dr. Amethyst Herrick. I'm here with Miss Margie Fancy Pants, my guest. Let me say that again, Miss Margie Fancy Pants, who is my guest, and we're talking about the Goldfarb protocol that is used to induce lactation, not just in cisgender women, but even transgender women, which is pretty dang cool. What was I going to do? Oh yeah, let me jump a couple of let me put up a couple of comments. So this one's good too. Another one from Bo. Ooh, oh, I hit the wrong one. See, something popped up and it moved. Female fascists primarily look at playboys, and male fascists primarily look at playgirls. How about them apples? So,
Methinks they
um,
doth protest too much.
right there you go, Queen Gertrude. Thanks so much. So, breastfeed. Here's something from Anita. Breastfeeding
Mhm.
moms in Germany are often encouraged to consume malt. So I find that
Yeah.
interesting because here we go. Here's the next. Here's the next one. Malt drink, which is beer, folks,
Hmm.
and coffee substitute. The coffee substitute, Anita, was it
The
chicory?
ersatz
What's the?
coffee. Yeah,
I don't know. Was it usually a chicory kind of thing, a roasted chicory, which is like a root? But
yeah.
I remember my father used to drink postum, which I can't remember what the hell. I think that's chicory. I don't
Well,
know.
at that stage that stage in the process, I was very happy that I wasn't actually pregnant because I was getting malt from beer. I was totally enjoying that.
Well, right, as you should.
It's like, well, I've got to do my thing.
You've got to do your part.
Drinking some nice stout beer was.
Right. You're just doing your part. Just gonna pop this up. I mean, we're only saying sometimes Grinder does crash when the Republicans come to
Yeah.
town. So here we go. Yeah. So Thistle said, boy, Thistle shed. Thistle said she, holy cats, had done some research, and here we go. This was in a D&D character that she had brought up. So it says right here. So she had written down
Mhm.
lactation can be induced via herbal remedies like fenugreek, blessed thistle, fennel, and goat's rue. So look at that, and regular
Yeah.
physical stimulation. So it sounds like almost something of what the Goldfarb protocol was bringing you. So
Yeah, exactly the one difference between these sort of traditional approaches and the Goldfarb approach is that the addition of domperidone to spike up the prolactin
the prolactin.
production.
Okay. Yeah.
So even if prolactin scares you having taken it, I say that's totally valid. you can certainly try it out just using mechanical stimulation and having fun with yourself and drinking those herbs
Yeah.
and
If you, I've
go to
I've
it.
heard, yeah, I've heard if you drink a lot of the malt drink, uh, sometimes manual stimulation comes out of it.
Yeah.
It's what I've
I,
heard.
I
Uh,
also have spoken
a
with
friend said.
trans women who successfully induced lactation with domperidone with a time of days, not
Wow.
months.
Okay.
Yeah, one named Sarah said that she started taking domperidone and she had solid milk flow 4 days later. So
Wow. Pretty
your
quick.
mileage will vary.
Yeah, absolutely. There was one more thing I was going to ask you about that, and I'm forgetting what it was. Uh, I don't know. I guess. I was going to ask. And again, I recognize you're not an endocrinologist. Can we not take? Can we not take like synthetic prolactin? Can you? Is there like an oral way of getting prolactin, or does it need to be
I
naturally
think the problem
produced?
is that prolactin itself is that it's it can't be kept stable outside the body.
Okay. All right. And maybe even
And
taking it
so
orally
if you're
fix
taking
it
it
up.
orally, then the digestive system would destroy it. If you
Yeah,
try
we'll
injecting
chew
it,
it
I think
up.
it's a
Yeah.
matter of temperature. That's my
Okay.
impression on it, is that
Okay.
they cannot dose prolactin directly in the way that you do with estradiol, progesterone, testosterone, whatever.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so the last thing I was going to ask you too. So you said you did use the Yiddish term bupkis, which I particularly
If
appreciated
in
because that's always funny.
if
But
in doubt, use Yiddish. I mean, you
you're
also
right.
have ersatz
Right.
coffee.
You did mention that, yes. So, so ultimately you did not lactate, but you did get the emotional connection, correct? I mean, because you did
Well,
do this, right?
and also on the 16th of December that year,
Yeah.
my baby latched on first on the left
Okay.
side
Yeah.
and then on the right side. Yeah, one time each, and that moment, I have a picture of my face. I'm like,
Yeah. I would imagine. Yeah.
it was the most incredible sensation. It was
I bet.
I cannot begin to describe how wonderful that was after so long of desiring this sort of connection
Yeah.
with any of my children. Like,
I would imagine.
one of the earliest and most persistent signs of transness for me is that my whole life I always wanted boobs.
Of course.
And
I mean, same. Some of us
when
know,
my
but
when my kids came along early in my life, I really wanted to breastfeed them. And it was a heartbreaking jealousy that I felt
yeah.
for my wives. And um, yeah, and when the possibility of this appeared, I just
Right. Right.
that this something that I had presumed was simply impossible was maybe achievable.
Yeah. Yeah. But so you do know people who have used this protocol and successfully lactated and
Oh yes,
nursed
yeah. I
babies? Okay.
online I've corresponded with at least a dozen who've used
Okay.
domperidone, and in terms of people who've had like a small amount of milk production, like Angela, dozens and dozens.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
not a rare thing for some milk to be produced,
No. No, it
and
really
so
isn't.
the insistence of these right wingers who are like milk like fluid. Well, yeah, it's milk like fluid because it's milk.
Yeah. Well,
or
it's milk like, right?
or yeah, it's milk like because that's what it is,
Because it's milk.
um, because it's milk, or it's I'm or the precursor, the clear.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying
I'm
to think of what that's called, but the as it turns out, because I mean, Thistle mentioned this. Thistle mentioned when she was going through puberty the first time that she had some milk production. I did too. Actually, I had I remember like my nipples hurt, and then ultimately I had some sort of discharge. And there's a word, colostrum is maybe
Anita
the
has colostrum. That's it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I was going to pop this up, but
yeah.
yeah,
The pop up.
doesn't get much more milk like than milk. Very true.
That's true.
And then you
And Anita's
also
comment is good too.
yeah, milk-like fluid coming from the breast-like protrusions. I mean, as
They
far
are
as
very much like.
they are, it's really funny. Oh, here we go. Is how am I only just now noticing the Elvira shirt? Yeah,
Well
I believe this
spotted.
is I think that's the 2023 Elvira shirt. I don't know if you're out there, Cassandra. She's almost always watching. Remind me if that was a 2023 or 2022. But yeah, so I mean, I had some kind of discharge as well, and I mean, it was I was 12 or 13. Well, probably not because I had a really late puberty, but maybe 14 or 15. It's I mean, obviously these things happen.
Yeah. Well, actually, there is a place I can point people if they are interested in hearing in good
Yes, do
detail
that.
about a trans woman who successfully induced lactation and actually did so because her partner was basically just too busy with work to be able to breastfeed their child, and
Okay.
she induced lactation using the Goldfarb protocol
Yeah.
and successfully did so. And that her name is Nominal Naomi in her
Nominal
channel.
Naomi.
She spends a
Okay.
lot of time debating transphobes and stuff, but yeah,
Of course.
she used she actually had to. Domperidone is not available in the United States, but you can get
Oh,
a
okay.
prescription for it and get that filled in Canada.
I see. All right. And once
So
again, we're not saying you ought to do this, but we're certainly saying
I'm just
it could be
saying
done.
can in terms of that this is a possibility,
Right.
not you should
Right.
do it.
Right. What was the last thing I was going to say? Oh yeah, if you can send those to me, if you can send all of these references to me, I'll
Sure.
put them into the show notes. There's no doubt that there will be interested people who can do this. So so there was the Canada Breastfeeding. Was it association, organization, whatever they're
The
called? But
Canadian Breastfeeding Foundation, yeah.
thank you. And then we're also going to nominal Naomi was the other person, and I'll
Mhm.
even put the domperidone Wikipedia page in there. So if you are watching this not live, no, domperidone,
I,
different.
I was just walking by my front door at the bottom, and like, yeah, I got to bring this
Yeah,
with me.
I know.
I
Oh,
need
it's
my
funny. It
cup.
was, yeah. I didn't see it coming too, so it was pretty good. That was pretty funny. But all right, so we will show that. So if you want to find out more about this, those are the three. We'll stick the links in there. I think I'm coming ready to take a break. I just want to say, Margie, always a pleasure. I hope always a pleasure. And this is pretty
I,
cool.
I I'm always delighted to participate in your stream. It's super
Oh,
fun
thank
to
you.
do this. Hey, has the sound been
Yeah.
coming through pretty well on your end?
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah.
Glad to hear.
Everything's been great
Hooray!
on my side. So
We've got
yeah,
good audio this time. So
yeah. I know that last time was a little. The thing was, I should have said let's get together like 5 minutes before, whatever, before
hmm.
instead of like, hey, I'm just gonna bring you in and hope for the best because that didn't work
Well,
out great.
that
But
was the first. I was the first guest you had. So
you
live
were.
and
That's
learn.
true. That's true. So
So
here's an interesting.
now I'm back
Woohoo!
in triumph.
Right. Oh,
Laser
right.
kiwi flag and all.
Because I was doing I had like the countdown timer and everything, and really quickly I was like, wow, that's pretty annoying. Ditched that quite fast. So I had forgotten about that. I think yeah, you were the very first.
I was the very
Oof.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder that was
I,
that was a little
I'm,
painful, but
like Dr. Goldfarb, I'm into guinea pigging. I mean, I also invented my own estradiol protocol, right?
right, right. One quick, I'm going to pop this up too, because Anita says even well-meaning people don't know that you can grow breasts at any age.
Yeah.
That's fascinating to me. It is so, that we think of and I've brought this up about a bajillion times when we were talking about the Stronger Sex book. Like, biochemistry is there's only one human genome, and you
Yeah.
get a bajillion people that go, no, no, no. There's
I, I've
male, and
I've
then
had
there's
I've
female,
had
and
people get like seriously angry at me for referring to
sure,
myself as pubescent because they're like, no, that's teenagers. That's teenagers. Like, no,
no,
it's
it
an
isn't.
endocrinological state, and I am
Yes,
pubescent. And
yes, right,
there's nothing I'd rather be in my fifth decade than a pubescent girl. It's awesome.
right. I agree with you in that regard, 100%. So, all right,
Oh,
I'm
the
just gonna
fifth
pop
thistle
this up
has a
too.
good closing line there. Yeah. Yay!
Universal, almost everyone. So there you go.
Well, okay. I'm also going to share my my latest news. There, I've recently gotten to the point where I completely fill up my C cup bras.
Oh, that's right. That's right. And so that was
So
not
it
even the it's not even because of this protocol, right? I mean, this was, well, wait a minute,
well
because you were doing your own hormonal protocol. So,
it actually they went really quick up to B cups
yeah,
in the first year, and then plateau. In fact, they even shrunk a bit.
sure. Sure. Oh, wow. Okay.
And then they began to grow again when I began doing my own protocol cycling.
Yeah.
And then in the past 6 months or so, I've been doing monotherapy, first with
Okay,
estradiol
good.
energy, and then lately with estradiol valerate,
Yeah.
and that has been like. I also have gathered up, larger quantities of progesterone, and so sometimes
Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
400 milligrams on those days. It's like, yeah, we got action going on here
Yeah.
today.
I just saw there was an article. I'm trying to remember who's in it. I can't remember who published it, but there was an article I saw recently that monotherapy ends up tending to be more effective now. So now they've realized they can actually reduce the amount of estradiol. Uh-oh, we seem to have gone blank on one of the streaming platforms, but
Oops.
wonder if we did on the other. No, we're still here. Anyway, it turns out that actually, wait a minute. No, we're good. Anyway, the point here, sorry, that monotherapy ends up being more effective, which is kind of fascinating because the prevailing understanding is that you got to have some sort of anti-androgen. But now they've discovered that actually lower doses of estradiol and no anti-androgen can be more effective. And it was actually even the dosage that I've been taking. So, oh, it did say that we froze for a second. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, the last thing, I guess, you gave your little boob news. I'm going to give my little boob news for a moment. Because I noticed, you know how, like when you're growing them, right? Like you fill up the cup, but then they have to push forward some. Do you know
Your
what I
cup
mean?
runneth
That you
over.
see? Yeah. So I only realized in the last, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 days ago, I don't know, I was doing something and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually protruding, like I'm whatever. And I'm
Protruding.
coming out of the cup. And I was like, look at that. So now I actually have, real cleavage type stuff. I was looking in the mirror
Wow.
not that
Your
long
cup
ago,
runneth
just
over.
going,
I'm
wow,
jealous
look
of
at
you,
that.
girl.
Right? So there you go.
Well, I was trying to put on my old B cup lace bra a little
Yeah.
while ago, and the underwire gouged me badly down
Ooh.
here, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
was kind of hidden around the back. I didn't realize how bad it was. Actually
Yeah.
got infected. It was a
Oh
whole
my
it was a hard.
gosh.
So yeah,
Yeah, you got to
wear
take care of the
proper
titties.
fitting bras, kids,
Yes. Yes. Make sure to do that. So, all right. So
and
it's
don't
almost three
sharpen the
o'clock.
underwires.
Yeah, right. Another good thing. So yeah, it does look like, apparently the stream crapped out for a little bit here, but we'll run with that. So thank you again, Margie. I'm going to take a break. Oh my gosh. Now we're seeing all kinds
Love
of
to
great boob
everyone.
things here.
Ta-da!
Yeah. So thank you, Margie. I'm going to
Yay!
take a 5 minute break. We'll do some whatever the hell Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood.
Cheers.
Maybe have maybe go grab a bottle of something. But All right. Well, thank you again,
I
Margie.
do have some white wine in the fridge, so I think I'm going to get myself a bit of that. Then I can,
We may
then I
as
can get
well.
all belligerent when I'm moderating.
Even better. All right. Thank you again, Margie.
Love to everyone. Ta-ta.
All right. Well, that was cool. I'm so glad that we got the chance to talk to Margie there. Going to take 5 minutes, and I'll be right back, and we will do the game, and it'll be a good time. So thanks again to Margie and everybody who participated in that. Back in 5.